Hello everybody. In the current affairs this week, the week ended 5th of April 2026. It is now more than 1 month since the Iran war has started. This war has impacted everybody across the globe. I would like to talk about a few developments which I came across this week which are worth looking at. The first being the US dollar vis-a-vis the Indian rupee closed at 92 rupees and 71 paisa against the last week close of 94 rupees and 78 paisa. This is an appreciation of the Indian rupee by 2.19%. On a monthly basis, 1 month back, the US dollar vis-a-vis the Indian rupee was 92 rupees and 5 paisa, and a 1 month comparison would lead to a result that the rupee has depreciated just by 0.72%. This was on account of the actions which were taken by RBI in announcing curbs on the speculative activity on the Indian rupee. Similar was the trend insofar as the pound sterling is concerned, where the Indian rupee gained strength against pound by 2.67%, and against the Australian dollar, the Indian rupee was strong by 1.93%. The another development was in respect of the 10-year GSEC yield. GSEC are the government securities issued by the Government of India. And this 10-year GSEC is the government security with a maturity of 10 years. These are benchmark rates which are looked upon the way the interest rate trajectory is going to happen in the Indian economy. This 10-year GSEC yield rate closed at 7.13% against the last week close of 6.93% and a 1 month close of 6.68% and a 1 year close of 6.50%. So comparing the kind of change which has happened in the 10-year GSEC yield in last 1 year, which was from 6.50 to 7.13, is an appreciation in the interest rate on this security by at least 10%. This is a massive jump over a period of 1 year, and this speaks of the way inflation is going to be in the Indian economy, and the government finances would be under a certain pressure. The reason for the hike in the 10-year GSEC yield is for the simple reason that the government is not passing over the increased crude prices to the customers or the consumers of petrol and diesel, and they are absorbing it themselves. So this is going to lead to a fiscal deficit of a little higher scale, and the government will have to resort to more and more borrowings. The end result would be that interest rates in the Indian economy will be little on the higher side. Brent crude now is at a level of $109 to a barrel. The interesting thing to be noted is that the forward contract for December 2026, which is after a few months, is at $84 to a barrel. So it is expected by the world at large and by the markets that the appreciation of Brent crude will get moderated over some period of time, and by the year end 2026, it would get quite moderated and it would be at $84 around. Last month, just after the war started, the Brent crude was at $70 to a barrel, which has now substantially appreciated. But the long-term trajectory looks to be on the lower side than what it is as of now. This can be beneficial to the Indian economy, and this would lead to a lot of impact on the inflation and the exchange rate. The Indian stock market, by and large, net across the week was by and large unmoved. FIIs were massive sellers to the extent of 29,000 crores of Indian equities, and DIIs balanced it out. The sector which was a star performer this week was Nifty IT, which was up by more than 3% in a market which was by and large unmoved. Nifty Metal was up by 2.64%. On the commodity front, gold saw a weekly appreciation of 2.56% and silver appreciated by 2.78% this week. But on a monthly basis, that is since the war has started in Iran, the gold prices in India is down by 12.46% and silver prices have corrected by more than 21%. In the international markets, Nasdaq appreciated very sharply. It was up by 4.46% and S&P 500 was up by 3.38% this week. This is all for this week. Thank you.